Recording has started. All right, so welcome everyone. I really love to see everyone here. We have lots of people. Right, but that's so cool. All right, so couple of words about myself. So my name is Zadonatить. I am a senior software engineer here at EPAM Systems. And today we also have Dima Vorabi. He's currently in Poland.
Hello, everyone.
And yep. And also Yegor Mesnikov. So he is. So we all are. The coordinators of this course, and we'll basically be walking you through this course throughout the whole session. So, it's a curly guy. All right, so let me talk a little bit about the course, and then afterwards we will walk you through the platform that we will be using. For those of you who never used the rolling or never studied in rolling scopes, that would be something new. By the way, we also have Yegor Mesnikov. He's actually from the AWS, so he is the solution architect at AWS, and we have a so he will basically walking everyone throughout the course today. So without further ado, let's get started. So let me briefly cover the course that we will be studying. So this is called the AWS from Zero to Hero. So this is the course that is basically built for everyone who have zero to no experience with AWS. And our goal is basically to help everyone to let's say to gain one of the let's say the crucial skills or one of the trending skills currently. So the course itself is actually divided into several parts, right? So the first part, so we are currently here, the fundamentals course. The first, so this course is actually for the beginners. So we are expecting to this course to take roughly about 4 to 5 weeks. So this is basically our goal, and this is like for everyone who have zero knowledge about AWS. And the course's goal is just to like introduce you with the AWS services, some of the common services. And at the end of the course, you'll basically be able to gain multiple digital badges. And if you want, you'll be able to even pass the certification. So, right. So let me actually share the link if we didn't yet. Okay, we already did. So sweet. So I jumped to the course that to the program directly, but also like let me tell in a couple of words what we also do. So this is basically part of the Rolling Scope School. For those of you who don't know about Rolling Scope School, so this is an community school. So our goal is to help and provide everyone with the free education on the IT. So we mainly focus on the front-end development, and currently we are also planning to let's say expand our curriculum to the AWS. So that this is basically where the Rolling Scopes AWS class comes in. So as the part of this club, we focus on the development of the AWS courses and plus some Node.js. And we also like try to handle or try to even arrange some meetups. So those meetups are conducted as a part of the user groups. So the user groups currently like in the, let's say, in our region, we have the user group at the in Tashkent currently. We also have a user group in Armenia, in Poland, Astana, Almaty, Bishkek, Gdansk, and etc. So so the user groups are basically the community that is basically like self-hosted communities. Are like basically focused on the enthusiasts who are like willing to learn something that is directly involved in the AWS. So we basically try to, let's say, learn some services or even help to conduct some workshops and offline meetups, etc. So feel free to check out the links. For the user groups, and make sure that you are signed up for your local user group as well. So, yeah. So let's go deeper inside the educational program. So the course is, so as we already discussed, so this is basically just the beginner's course. And during this, you will learn the basic services and something like EC2, ELB, RDS, Elasticache, S3 buckets, and stuff like that. So nothing too complicated, and nothing too, let's say, we are not expecting to have something like a hands-on stuff, right? So you're not expected to, let's say, build something, but this is more like a entry-level certification and entry-level course for those of you who are really interested into AWS, but like not really like cannot find enough time for that, right? So our goal is basically just learn it together and tackle this certification as the very good starting point. So the course is divided into 5 weeks, and as the, let's say, our end goal, we are expecting to complete something called the Cloud Quest, the AWS Cloud Quest, the Cloud Practitioner. So this is the basically the digital training. The training as, all right. So Cloud Quest, let's find it here. Cloud practitioner. So can't find it. All right.
It is inside the quest, yes. So you need to filter it.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah. So basically, so this is the course, or even the quest itself, as oh, all right, there we go. Okay, it's not that one. All right. Okay. All right. Well, we won't gonna stop here, I believe. So you'll be able to do that.
Yes, the purple one. Yeah, purple one on the top.
Oh, this one there. Okay,
yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Yes. So this is the yep, this one. So this is basically a digital badge that you'll be able to get as a result of this let's say quest, and you'll be able to share it like anywhere if you want. But this is our, let's say, end goal, and as a part of it, if you really want, you can also take the exam itself. So this is called the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner. So as I said, this is an entry-level certification, and as a part of the certification, so we'll basically like along these 5 weeks, we will cover necessary knowledge or necessary things that are needed for this specific certification. And as an end goal, if you want, you'll be able to cover this one. But there is something to remember. So about the cost, so a couple of words. I believe as a part of the, so if you want to, like while you will be studying in the AWS Fundamentals, you are not expected to spend anything, any amount of money, if you have a free tier account in the AWS. So you'll be able to explore anything, but ideally, you won't be even like spending anything within this course. So we will not be building anything, but rather we will be basically covering all the theoretical parts and stuff like that. But if you want, as a result of this, like at the end, you'll be able to clear the certification. But the certification, yeah, like costs $100. But also a couple of words about certification. Where is that? So the certification will be $100, but for those of you who are an EPAM employee, there is a reimbursement for that. So make sure to check this link out as well. All right. Okay. I think I covered everything that I wanted about the course. Before we jump into the communication things, is there anything else that we need to cover? Dima, Igor?
Yeah, right now we have several questions related to Node.js and AWS course. So as Ahmed mentioned, we decided to postpone for maybe 5-6 weeks this course, and right now we will have fundamentals part and start with it since it's more demanding from our audience. Igor, maybe you want to add something?
Yes. Yeah, so Ahmed, could you share our timeline of AWS course itself? So we have currently, learning path. Currently, we have like 3 stages of AWS course, which consist of fundamentals course, which help you to grab all knowledge regarding the AWS, and go to the second one. Second one is going to be cloud developer course, which help you to get developer associate certificate, and we will focus on Node.js. So this will be like similar to Node.js in AWS, right? But with more focus on the serverless, Node.js, and AWS. But we are not focusing on the basics one because we focus on the basics on this stage. So we have like stage 1, it's AWS Fundamentals, and the next one will be Cloud Developer, which are similar with Node.js and AWS. And I think, Dmitry, that we will start Cloud Developer right after completion this AWS Fundamentals course.
Yeah.
So
right.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right.
That's at least our plans. And I also heard some things about the about the costs. So yeah, I just saw something in the chat. So maybe I didn't explain it correctly. So the course itself, the whole material, this is free for everyone. The thing that you heard about the $100, so $100 is just the cost of the AWS practitioner certification. So if you really want to take the certification, if you really interested into to get this badge, that's something that you can do, but that costs some money. All right, so this is not like the part of the course per se, but if you really want to tackle it, that's something that you may have to pay. But as I said, so if you're an employee, there is a reimbursement for that, and you'll be able to find details about that here. But I hope it makes sense. All right. Okay. All right. Sweet. Let's move on then. So a couple of words about the communication. So we normally as a part of like all our courses, here we normally have the Discord channel for that. So specifically for this course, we also created for this one, we also created a Discord channel. You'll be able to join it by following the link that is right here. So if you click on the link, you'll be able to join our Discord channel. So here in the Discord, we have multiple topics. So make sure to drop something here at the self-introduction. Please tell something else about yourself and where you're from and why you're interested in that and stuff like that. And we also have the section for the questions in English, but feel free to jump into other sections as well, because we also have the section for the questions in Russian as well as in English as well. So this is our main, let's say, way of communication. And if you all have, let's say, some, if you have some questions that is like, if you really want to get the answers, please join the Discord channel and jump in here to ask your questions. And we also, like, besides this, we will be also conducting a weekly Q&A sessions. So we actually have 2 Q&A sessions. So one of them is on Tuesday and another one is on Friday. On Tuesday, we'll be conducting the Q&A in English, and on Fridays, we will be doing that in Russian. The Q&A sessions will be joined by other mentors or like experts in the area, and they will be able to answer your questions. But please, like just to make sure that we have, like, let's say, so that we will be able to organize our Q&A session more properly. Please leave your questions here in the docs, in the Google Docs. We have a specific forum for that. So just leave your questions here. And they will show up here. So you'll be able to see the questions that are asked by others in the Google Sheets. So both links are provided right here. So yeah, so we already talked about the AWS accounts. So you will be using your personal AWS accounts, but AWS also provides you with the free tier. So if you just, let's say, started to join the AWS, so you'll be able to create a free account, and the free account basically gives you lots of things. This is more than enough for the cloud practitioner, and you definitely won't be, let's say, charged for anything. But I believe you will also need a valid payment method for this to work as well. Yeah, and what else? So occasionally we may also do the AWS workshops, but that's still like under consideration, but we may end up doing that. We may even do that as a part of our user groups, but we will still, like, we're still thinking about them. Yeah, so, and there also might be some specific, like some specifics for the Belarus and the Russian country. I mean, for the Belarus and like people, for the people from Belarus and Russia. But I believe if you just leave your like questions in the Discord or here in the chat, we'll be able to tackle them as well. This is a common problem, unfortunately. So, but I believe we will be able to find something that will work for everyone. All right. Okay. Did I miss anything? Dima, Gor?
Maybe you have any questions? Please unmute and ask. Also, we have something in the chat. So we do not force anyone to take exam. So you can study for free, use this free for like free materials and courses. But you like we do not expect that you will go for AWS certification at the end of the course. It's just a measurable like result or goal.
And we have a separate meetup regarding the certifications, which conducted this Thursday, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah. So we actually have an upcoming event here. So this is actually an online event. So you'll be able to join that if you really want, because we have an upcoming event as a part of the AWS user group here in Tashkent. And Rostislav, so he's from booking.com. So he's a solution architect, and he'll be able to tell us about the certifications that he took. So he's a 5 times AWS certified, I believe. So a pretty decent experience. So please come and join us to, like, if you have some questions about the certifications, please feel free to join them.
Could you share the link on the
Yes,
meetup?
I will drop the here as well. Okay. Dima, would you like to tell us about the RS app as well, I believe?
I would like to add that at the end of the course, you will have, like our students will have certificate from RS School. So yeah, and this certification is free. So just to do all tests by the end of this 5 weeks, and you will get it.
And get the badge, right? From
yeah,
the quest.
sure.
Yeah.
I believe we will
no-brainer.
discuss this like next week.
Yeah, so one note here regarding the materials and hold this AWS fundamental course, that all these materials built on the skill builder and other sites which are free to use, and you can do it by yourself or drill down. Maybe you want to buy something there on the sites. And the second one, that you have the practice you will have inside the quest, where you need to pass 20, right, or 11 workshops, which this is like quests, right? So you need to do something in console, so you have still some practice on this course during the quest.
Yeah, so we will mark your progress on our platform, RS App. I will send the links on the chat. But actual materials located on Skill Builder, which Igor mentioned.
And inside the skill builder, you also have small certificates, which you can also could attach to your LinkedIn profiles, and it will be good visibility for future or current job owners or recruiters.
All right, okay.
I have a question.
Yes, please, go ahead.
So as I understand, you will provide just necessary links to the materials we learn by ourselves. There will be QAs every week, and there will not be some kind of master classes, or you will not explain something by yourself, just question and answers. And
Well,
yeah,
am I right?
yeah. Also, we'll
Go
have
ahead.
some meetups during the course. For example, like this Tuesday, first day, we'll have a meetup about certification. Maybe next week we'll also something like that.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, because so we normally like almost all of them uses the skill builder course, and skill builder is basically the, let's say, the learning portal by the AWS itself, and I believe nobody knows AWS better than AWS itself. So like all the materials that are provided, those are legit, and we basically just, let's say, provide the links for them and do it together with you guys, and that's basically it. So that's how you end up with lots of badges.
Yeah, makes sense. Got it. Thank you.
I have a question.
Let's go ahead.
About the second part of the course, the cloud developer part. Will it have like a separate application process, or it will be integrated part of this course?
We will have separate course on RSAP. So like after each like stage, like fundamental stage, first one, we will give you a certificate from RS School. Then cloud developer, same from RS School, but on all these courses, you feel free to take actual exam if you want. So courses are separate.
Okay, thanks.
There is also a question. Will there be a recording of these classes on YouTube channel? Dima, will there be a recording?
English one will be recorded, but Russian Q&A session won't. Just our Friday lessons, like Friday meetings. Maybe you already seen them. I will drop a link.
All right, okay. So as we already said, so this is, let's say, the community school, right? So and everything that is part of this community school is driven by the community. So if you guys are like, let's say we are still, let's say, working on the like additional materials for the course. So the main course itself, the main materials are already provided here. So like everything is inside the skill builder. But as the, let's say, as a part of that, as a part of the course, you will also occasionally will have tests. So, and if you want, so during the course, make sure if you really like want to contribute into the course itself, we are currently working on the tests that are, let's say, preliminary tests while you are basically doing it. So for example, here on the week one, we have the course that is just, so this is not directly related to the AWS per se, but this is something like a general course, which will basically tell you guys about the just the fundamentals that are needed for the like in order to understand AWS better, you basically need some fundamentals as well. So you can't really jump to the course from the get-go, but it is like advised to have some general knowledge about networking, about the like how the IPs work, like what are some security things that you may know and stuff like that. So this is not like it's just an introductory course, and we already built the tests for that. So the tests, so these tests are will be available. I just showed the answer, so I think probably should close that. Yeah, and so within this course, so we will basically be working on to the how we may improve the course. So if you want to add some, let's say, your contribution to the course, you're more than welcome. Okay. Okay, so questions. All right. Okay, Dima, would you like to show the RSAP?
Ahmed, one note from my side.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So actually, I also don't have still these two certificates for cloud practitioner and cloud developer. So the first run, I also will pass these two certification from AWS with you. So if you want to join me, feel free.
Yeah, me neither. So
Great.
I'll be also jumping in. Okay. All right. I think that's it about the course.
Yeah, maybe Igor will add something about Contril course on Tech Fundamentals.
I think we discussed it already.
Yeah, I briefly covered it already. So
okay.
Yes, this is very good fundamental course which help you not only understand how cloud works, but networking even in your home, how it's going to go from your Teams window till all these services and go to Ahmed, for example, and he see your questions in the chat. And this is the right course to understand how it work. Yeah. All right, Dima.
So great. So nothing to add from my side. Actually, I can maybe just mention once again that we ask you to register on RS app. I posted link on the chat, and also which Ahmed already mentioned, we use Discord, and we plan to send a meeting follow-up on announcement channel. So please check it at least once a week. So
okay. Not there. It's kind of interesting. All right, I'm trying to go to the link, but it's not string. All right, just click it. Maybe. Okay, I just want to show how you can register to the course, but I just a second, guys. All right, so so as a part of this, you also should register to the why it keeps sending me to the
use Chrome for once.
All right. Nope. No, it's not working. All right. Okay. Just a second. I want to share another window. Show you. All right, sweet. I hope you can see it. All right. So by following the link that we just provided inside the chat, you'll be able to register to the course. So just follow the link, and you'll end up here. So I'm going to choose English, and so the course itself is already pre-populated for you. So if you can't see the course, you just click on the drop down, and that will be the only course that is available. And just submit it. And that's it. So that's basically it. That's how you end up as a part of the that's how you sign up for the course. And afterwards, you go to the course itself. And now I am student in the AWS Fundamentals course. So you won't see this one. So just close that. And here we will be to make sure you check every once in a while your schedule. So here in the schedule, you'll be able to see what is upcoming. So currently we are in the kickoff webinar, and that is happening currently. So that as a part of the week 1, so if you click on the link, it should end up here, right? So and here you basically do the like whatever is part of the week 1. So just go to the platform, join the Discord channel, self-study materials. Then that's basically it. Like during the first week, I believe, yes, you will also have the exam, or not an exam, but this is like a test. And the test is conducted as something called the peer review or the cross-check, right? So, or is this an auto test? Oh, this is an auto test, right? Sorry. And the tests will be based on the control learn that we just discussed. So the control is so the learning materials that we already discussed. And just to recap everything, you will also tackle this test. So and the deadline is set for the, I believe, at the like till the end of the course. So this is like one of the, let's say, additional things that we also have to mention, that the course doesn't really have strict deadlines as in comparison with our other courses. So you can, for example, finish like everything at your own pace. So you don't really have to wait for others. So if you really like feeling yourself like that excited, then just please go ahead and bulk yourself through the like all these courses. So starting from the week 2, everything here is just based on the skill builder. And it doesn't really even needs any of our input. So if you want, you can just finish everything just in 1 week or just in a couple of days. It's really up to you. But like for some preliminary tests, we will have some deadlines, and we may have some additional tests, but this is like still under construction. So we are still working on that. But that's something that you also may have in addition to these courses. I mean, these materials. All right.
Also, if you want, you can help us to build this, to gather lots of tests in order to cover control course. Maybe we hope to cover all materials from control course with our tests by the end of this iteration of 5 weeks. So feel free to ping me on Discord if you're interested in contribution.
Okay. All right. So do you guys have any other questions? Yes, Son.
I have 2 questions. Actually, I'm the QA tester at the PAM Systems for more than 1.5 years. The reason actually I'm really want to learn the AWS, we had the actually the problem with the AWS with the OCR documents. So at that time, actually, I don't have any knowledge about AWS. That's why actually, even that time, actually, I don't have an account as well. The question is about what they think about this course actually, how it helped me like to work with the AWS as a QA tester. This is the first question. The second question, I think that you already mentioned twice about the cloud practitioner exam. So the question is about, it is not required to writing the code. For example, if I really want to take that exam, because I don't know how to code actually, because I'm the QA tester. So yeah, there's 2 questions actually. Thank you.
Igor, would you like to?
Yeah. So For sure, you are on this course. You are drilled down to AWS and understand what services and what services will do and help you or your customers to achieve their goals, for business goals, for example. For example, you need to store some data, and you know that there is amount of databases and S3, for example, to store the data, right? And this is like fundamentals, building blocks to help you to understand how AWS works or even cloud works, because the main concept of the cloud is the similar. This is like one question. The second one, I don't think that we will write the code on this session, on this course, because you need to go through the Cloud Quest, and inside the Cloud Quest, you need to solve the issues with AWS infrastructure. For example, your user don't have an access to S3, and you need to understand how to solve that. For example, you need to fix some configs and so on. So here we don't have any like deep coding like on cloud developer, but still you need to understand and write some config and fix some configs here. And as the second part of like of the further education, you can go to solution architect. This is not about the writing code, it's understand the business problem and how you can solve it with AWS. So
Yep, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? Yeah, so even in the certification, it actually says that this is intended for people who have a non-IT background, but like QA engineers who still have some IT background. And so it basically just means that this is basically like pretty good starting point for everyone, and I don't think you would really have to write some code on this. Okay. All right. Do we have anything else that we forgot to cover? Nick?
Yeah, I have a question. Yeah. I have a question about payment card. Am I right in that if I don't have access to foreign payment cards, I'm not going to be able to use any AWS services?
Igor, please.
Yes. So currently there is restriction for Russian and Belarus credit cards, and you can't set up your AWS account. But for passing this course, you don't need AWS account at all. So you need to just register on the Skill Builder. It's for free. To pass the free training and Cloud Quest. So you need to just register and use it.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yet we have several questions regarding your browser.
Yeah, it's not an extension, but it's a browser that is called an Arc browser. No, it's just a browser company. Please. Make sure to check this one out. But unfortunately, they don't have any Windows based browser, I believe. So this is solely for Mac at this point. Well, yeah, you can check that one out. All right. Okay. Well, do you guys have any other questions? All right. We have a question from Yegor. Why the task schools on the line?
So I see one more question regarding testing RSAP. So right now we have just one test and it's covered just maybe 10% of first week material. And we will add we will add more tests during these 5 weeks. And we expect that you take them by the end of the course. So deadline is deadline of the course. We don't expect that you do this test in just 1 week.
Yeah, so we also covered that the course is pretty much self-paced, so we can't really we can't even don't really want to control how everyone is doing in the skill builder. So it's really up to you how and when you will complete some. So it's you just do it on your own pace. So if you can complete them like in just a couple of weeks, that's good for you. But if you can't do that in just a couple of days, that's really up to you as well. So feel free to do it whenever you can. And the way like how we structured everything is just for your convenience, so that you know at least like in what order you should complete them. But about the deadlines, we don't really have any, and we don't really follow any strict deadlines here. And the deadline that you can see here is actually the end of the course, right? So you can just take them till the end of the course in order to be eligible for the certification by Rolling Scope School. But along the way, you will also complete the courses at the Skill Builder, and I believe some of the courses at the Skill Builder will also give you some digital badges as well.
So there is the question. It looks like the link from the test moving to the README, GitHub README.
I believe
okay, we will fix it.
Yeah, it should
here.
be.
Yeah, so it's just the first part. We will have some similar tests, maybe 10 of them, maybe more. Yeah, and this first part already available.
Yeah, so sorry, Jim.
Okay, please proceed.
Okay. Yeah, so the link that you can see here in the schedule is actually goes to this one, I believe. That is probably pointing to the week 1. But in order to take this test, you really have to go back and click on auto test. So here in the auto test, you will see the test that we just provided. So you'll also see the deadlines here, and you just go on the view details and just start your test. And then just choose whatever, just submit your answers. That's it. And it will show up here. So it will work immediately. So you'll see your score right after you submit your answers. All right, so if I decide to pass the course test tomorrow and you will add new questions afterwards, what is the expected? Okay, so there is a question by Maxim. So he's asking if I decide to pass the course test tomorrow, and if you decide to change the questions afterwards, we won't change the questions as far as I can tell, right, Timo? So we are not expecting any pending changes, but we may add some additional tests.
Yeah, you're right.
What about workshops that are available in Discord? Are they not part of the course? Okay, so let me.
They're part of our community. So basically, we not record materials. Yeah, we use materials from Skill Builder, but we organize community around all these materials, topics, AWS itself. Yeah, as Ahmed mentioned, we started offline communities in different cities. So, for example, in Tashkent or Astana or Gdańsk. So we mostly about community, not about like content. And we discuss on our events, now our meetings, workshops, we just like study together, like in order to improve our knowledge and share ideas. So all these workshops are not obligatory. Feel free to join if you have time.
Yeah. Yeah, so about announcements, just a couple of words. So we are currently here, so this is happening now. So the AWS Fundamentals intro, so we are currently doing the introduction session. And we also are expecting in a couple of days an online meetup about certification. So we already discussed that. So this is something that will be handled as the part of the AWS user group here in Tashkent. But this is actually online. So just feel free to join like from any place. You don't really have to be here in Tashkent, although you are welcome. Yeah, so we also have a couple of, let's say, upcoming sessions. So one of them is just a Q&A session. And just like this is something that can be part of the off-topic questions. We also like conduct some online sessions with experts from different from different companies, but we also have the upcoming event, upcoming online session, I believe, that is about the AWS autoscaling, which will be conducted by Anton Kovalenko, who is a senior solutions architect at AWS. So yeah, so we'll be constantly updating our announcements. So make sure that you hop in here and you jump in those sessions that will be interesting for you. Okay. All right. So we have 5 more minutes. So should we finish this third-party classes on week 1? So we have a question by Alimbek. Should we finish the online classes in week 1? So the control course, yeah. So this is sorry. So the control is part of the first week assignment. So and like in the first week, we are expecting from you that you basically gain some just an overview about not only cloud but also some network and security stuff. And you are expected to cover the control as a part of the week 1. Yes. Please summarize what problems may occur for course members. Okay, so we have a question from Alexei. He's asking, can you please summarize what problems may occur for Russian and Belarus course members? You mentioned problems with the creating AWS account. What else may pop up? Igor, would you like to reiterate your answer?
Yeah, nothing to pass this course, nothing will happen with you. So you don't need to open AWS account for passing this course. But for certification, it might be because you need to enter your credit card for paying for AWS certification. But for getting RS School certificate and Cloud Quest badge, you don't need to set up AWS account. Ahmed?
Yep. Thank you. Okay.
So next question: how students can report studies from the country? We hope that we will have more tests on RSAP, yeah, and if you pass this test, we hope that you have all knowledge. So we're happy. So we'll be happy from that. And we don't have any access to control programmatically.
Unfortunately.
So yeah, unfortunately. So the
Yeah,
process
so,
just pass test on RSAP.
Yeah, so it's just like everything is really up to you, right? So we can't really, let's say, go ahead and then check whether you passed this or not, but we at least will try to like check your knowledge if you covered them correctly by doing some like preliminary tests that we showed before. And yeah, other than that, we can't really do that, unfortunately, because this is something. Yeah.
If you will have enough, so I watched these videos, and for me, like it will be much more beneficial if you will have test for each video. So if you will have enough volunteers, maybe some guys from this course decided to help us, we can cover all videos from this course with the tests. Because, for example, I watched this video maybe 1 week ago, and right now, for me, it's quite difficult to remember all details.
Okay, so we have two more minutes left and 2 more questions. Do you plan to implement Stepic.org or other platforms for such cases? Like so far, I can't really tell. Maybe like in the future, but like currently we are basically trying to focus only on the skill builder. But like at least we can't see any, let's say, any reason to add something additional, but we may do that in the future. So if there will be some needs for that, we will have only auto tests in this course, most probably. But we also may have the cross checks, right, Timo?
Yeah, yeah. For the first 5 weeks, we'll have just only after tests, but for the second part, like associated developer, yeah, we definitely need some hands-on labs or projects, and we'll do like second part will be much more intensive and difficult than this first part.
Yeah, this is second part is like more hands-on, so that's why we are like still working on that. So this is still under construction. So we are still building the second one. The first one is already ready, and we are ready to get started today. All right. Okay. So this is actually it. I think we can wrap up this session, and yeah. So thank you, everyone. And I really hope we'll be like every one of us will be able to have those. Let's say the certifications and the badges at the end of the course. So as we already said, so this is really up to you. So this is basically free of charge, but also like really needs some discipline. So we really hope you will stick with us and go till the end, and be really sure that it will be helpful for every one of us like at the end. All right, okay. Dima, Yegor, would you like to add anything?
No, thank you very much.
Yeah, happy learning.
All
And
right,
passing
yeah.
exam. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye.